Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song, and anytime you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain. Don't carry the world upon.
G'day guys, my name's David Tran and welcome to another Throwback Thursday edition of Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. And in this lesson, I'll be teaching you an absolute classic, Hey Jude by the Beatles. Now in this video, I'll be teaching you two different ways of playing this song because at Guitar Zero to Hero, I like to give you guys options. The first way will be without a capo, but there are a lot more bar chords involved, so it might challenge some of the beginners out there. And the second way I'm going to teach you how to play it requires a capo on the 3rd fret, but it's a lot easier. The chord shapes are all open chord shapes, so there's no bar chords involved. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you're stuck in a rut and you want to take your guitar to the next level, then be sure to check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course where I upload exclusive lessons and content that you won't find here on YouTube. So anyway, let's get stuck into version 1 that doesn't require a capo. And first, I'm going to just teach you the strumming pattern that we're going to use throughout the whole song. Once you learn this strumming pattern, we can just apply it to every single chord and it'll be really nice and easy. So the strumming pattern is just down, 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 up. So it's 4 down strums followed by a quick up strum. And in succession, it will sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now that we've learnt the strumming pattern, let's get stuck into the chords. Now up here in the annotations, each chord that is within one set of brackets just means that it's played for one strumming pattern. So for our verse, we have 4 lines of chords here. We're starting with an F chord, and we're playing that for 2 strumming patterns. And then we go to a C for 2 strumming patterns. Our next line of chords goes C7. So from the C shape, you don't move anything. You just take your pinky finger and you put it on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. That's C7, and we're playing that for 2 strumming patterns. Then we go back to an F for 2 strumming patterns. We get to our 3rd line of chords and we're now playing a B flat bar chord. Now you can play a B flat bar chord like this, so index finger barring across the 1st fret from the 5th string onwards, and your middle ring and pinky finger all go on the 3rd fret of the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. That's one way of playing the B flat bar chord. Another way some people do it is they actually take the ring finger and bar across that 3rd fret as well. Or alternatively, you can just play the B flat power chord like this. So just those first 3 strings of that bar chord. And that's the easiest way of doing it. That's played for 2 strumming patterns, and then we go back to the F for 2 strumming patterns. We get to our 4th line of chords, C for 1 strumming pattern, C7 for 1 strumming pattern, and then F for 2 more strumming patterns. And that's it for the verse, really nice and easy, and we'll just continuously use that simple strumming pattern, which will sound like this. Down, 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 up. Right, so now we get to the chorus and there's 3 lines of chords here. We're going to start with an F7 chord. Now that is a variation of an F chord, so from the F chord you'll just lift your pinky finger and that is an F7. But if you want to make it sound even better, we'll take that pinky finger and put it on the 4th fret of the 2nd string. So that's an F7. So that's for 2 strumming patterns, and then we go to a B flat, playing that for 1 strumming pattern. And then we have a B flat major 7 / A. Now to play that, we'll lift our index finger, so we have an open 5th string, and then your ring finger will come up, leave the pinky finger where it is, ring finger's up on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and then your middle finger comes on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. We strum from the 5th string onwards, and you want to leave that 1st string muted, and that's B major 7/A. Play that for 1 strumming pattern. Then we go to a G minor 7. So we'll keep our pinky finger where it is, and then rearrange your middle and ring finger back to where they were for the B flat. Your index finger comes on top and hits the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And that's G minor 7. You can play the G minor 7 bar chord as well if you want. But playing it like this will give you access to the next chord, which is a B flat/F. So we'll leave these 3 fingers where they are. Your index finger will just slide down to the 1st fret of the 6th string. And that's B flat/F. We play that for 1 strumming pattern, and then you go to a C7 for 2 strumming patterns. Finally, if we go back to the F chord, and that's played for 2 strumming patterns. So in total, the chorus will sound like this. Next, we're going to learn the break, which is just after the chorus, and it's really simple, it's very short. We start with an F7 chord like this. We're going to play that for 1 strumming pattern, and then to end this we have a C7. Now you can play that C7 for 1 strumming pattern and then end it there, or we can do something a little fancier. This is what I'm going to do in the playthroughs. We're going to strum this 4 times, and there's going to be some variations to this chord, alright? So the first time we strum it is normal. The second time we strum it with the down strum, we'll take our index finger where it is and we'll just bar it across the 1st and 2nd strings. Like that. And then the third time we'll strum it, you can just put your index finger where it was originally. Your pinky finger comes down to the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Like that. And then the 4th time we strum it is that same chord shape. And all together. And in total for the break. The outro is really easy because this is 4 chords here. We start with an F chord, and then we go to an E flat bar chord. So you can play that in 2 different ways. We can bar the 6th fret from the 5th string onwards with our index, and then use our middle ring and pinky on the 8th fret like that. Or you can just use your ring finger to bar the 8th fret across those 3 strings like that. It's sort of up to you which one's more comfortable, but also you can just use the E flat power chord as well if you really want to simplify it. And then we're going to go to a B flat bar chord on the 6th string like this. So it's the same shape as an F, just up at 6th, 8th and 7th frets. And then we end on the F chord. And that's it for the outro, which will sound like this on repeat. So that's it for the no capo version, but as you can see there's a lot of bar chords there, so it can get a little bit tricky. So now I'm going to teach you an easier method with a lot of open chord shapes, and all you need is a capo, and we'll put that on our 3rd fret. Now with this easier version, our strumming pattern is going to remain exactly the same. It's going to be used throughout the whole song, and it's just down, 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 up, repeated over and over again. For our verse we have 4 lines of chords here. Start with the D chord shape, really easy. 2 strumming patterns, and then we're going to an A chord shape for 2 strumming patterns. And then we're going to an A7. So from our A chord shape, you can just lift your middle finger here, and that's A7. Play that for 2 strumming patterns, and then we go back to our D for 2 strumming patterns. For our 3rd line of chords, we go to a G chord shape for 2 strumming patterns, and then back to a D for 2 strumming patterns. Then we go to an A chord shape for 1, A7 for 1, and then back to our D for 2 strumming patterns. Very simple. So in total, our verse of the easy version will sound like this. Next we get to the chorus, and for the chorus we're starting with the D7 chord shape. Now D7 is a little different to a D, so you'll have your middle finger on the second fret of the third, index on the first fret of the second string, and ring finger on the second fret of the first string. We're strumming from the fourth string onwards. Play that for 2 strumming patterns, and then we go to a G chord, and then a G/F sharp. So to play that, you just lift these 2 fingers up, your index finger comes across and plays the second fret of the 6th string. That's G/F sharp. And then for our second line of chords, we'll go to our E minor 7 for 2 strumming patterns. And then we go to our A7 for 2 strumming patterns. And finally, our third line of chords, we end on a D for 2 strumming patterns. So in total, for the chorus, it will sound like this. And then after the chorus we have a short break. So it's just comprised of a D7 to start. We play that for 1 strumming pattern. Next we go to an A7, but we're going to play some variations here. Similar to what we had in the no capo version, we're going to start with the 8-7, just strumming at once. And then the second down strum we need to change chord shapes. So you'll leave your middle finger where it is, slide it up 2 frets. Your index finger will now go on the 3rd fret relative to the capo on the 2nd string. That's the second strum, and then we're going to move up to another chord shape. So your middle finger goes up again, 1 fret this time, and your ring finger is on that 5th fret relative to the capo on the 2nd string. We're always strumming from the 5th string onwards. We don't want to hit that 6th string. And that's the 3rd and 4th strums for this short little section, which goes like this. And it sort of just follows the melody of the vocals. And the very final thing we need to learn is the outro. The chords are really easy here. We have a D chord for 2 strumming patterns, C for 2 strumming patterns, G for 2 strumming patterns, and then D for 2 strumming patterns, which will sound like this. So now I'll be doing 2 playthroughs of the song. The first one, the no capo version, and the second playthrough, the capo easy version. And I'll have a vocal track on top for context as well. So feel free to play these back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid.
Thanks guys, hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Also, if you want to take your guitar to the next level, then check out Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. As always, I would love it if you could hit that like button, hit subscribe, and click the little notification bell as well so that you don't miss out on my updates. Please leave your thoughts, comments, questions, and requests down below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers, guys.